あの日から全てが変わった。
$200 a test.
The rich kids get great scores, we get paid to beat a rigged game is to outmaneuver it.
少女がたどり着いた衝撃の結末を予測できるか。
I just want the chance to do what I love, no matter what the rules say.
バッド・ジーニアス。
I'm the last person on earth who needs to cheat. Ask anyone.
貧しい家庭で育ったリン17歳。
Top of class and in each subject.
You can attend Exon for free.
Beautiful.
I'm Grace.
全てが変わったあの日から。
I'm just guessing money's pretty tight right now. $200 a test.
What if we made our own code from music? This is A. This is B.
I just need to get him into Columbia. I don't know how you're doing it, and I don't care.
The rich kids get great scores, we get paid.
Are you crazy? It's the most secure test in the world.
To beat a rigged game is to outmaneuver it.
Lin, here to go. This is what you do with the future.
Sorry.
少女がたどり着いた衝撃の結末を予測できるか。
But to go after him, even if it isn't the best plan on paper. No matter what the rules say.
バッド・ジーニアス。
My name is Jabari Banks, and I play Bank. Yeah, Bank has a lot of things going on internally. He is a Nigerian immigrant, and so there's a lot of pressure from his family and that he puts on himself to not only take care of business in school, but outside of school and take care of his family. He's the man of the house at 17, 16 years old. Yeah, Bank is his story arc is he's this character that's we find him in his shell, and he's always in his head, and he's focused. He's a very focused person, but this character Lin, she comes in and she cracks him open like an egg, and we see the sweet inside that he has, and I think throughout the movie we see him start to blossom and become himself. It's a true coming of age story for him for sure. Absolutely, yeah. When I was in high school, I for sure felt similar pressures or expectations. From the schooling system, I feel like it's the idea that, you have to be the best student possible in order to get into the best school possible, in order to get the best job possible. And as I grew up, I learned that, life just doesn't work that way for the most part. And I think that at this age, the pressure that these kids put on themselves is a lot. It's a lot. It's high. And I think through this movie we get to see the real stress that it brings on kids this age. And in order to really get ready for this role, I spoke to a lot of my friends who are Nigerian, of Nigerian descent, and because I am not, and so I wanted to make sure that I was nailing this role as accurate as possible, and so I worked with a dialect coach, just to get some of the words down, and some of the cadences down that they use, and I spoke with a lot of my friends who have been in similar positions, and it's definitely an interesting perspective. To talk to someone of Nigerian descent and a Nigerian immigrant, first generation, and so there's definitely a lot of pressure that comes with being a first generation Nigerian immigrant, and so they helped me a lot with this process for sure. Yeah, some of the challenges that I faced creating this character were definitely, peeling back the layers of who he really is, and why does he say the things that he says, and why he doesn't say some of the things that he doesn't say, and this is a very meticulous character, and so I wanted to make sure that I gave everything intention. I remember me and Karina Ryan were shooting the scene where we're in the hotel room in Philadelphia for the first time. and there's food everywhere, and there was these plate of nachos that were stinking up the whole room. And in the scene, we danced to anime music, and I remember we had a blast. That was such a fun day, and it was amazing to be able to let loose. I did. I took the SAT. I think I'm one of the only people in the cast that took the SAT, because everybody is from Canada, or I don't know if they take the SAT in Canada or elsewhere. Yeah, I took the SAT. I didn't get a great score, but you get 400 points just for writing your name. And I think the highest that you can get is 1,600 or something like that. Yeah, and you get 400 points just for writing your name. So I think I got like a 12, or that, which wasn't bad. That was like, C. I was a C student, you know what I mean? It's kind of average, but because it's fun. It's a thriller. Go watch it. Bad Genius. It's fun. It's great. It's heartwarming. It's heartbreaking. And I think you're going to love it, to be honest.
I'm the last person on earth who needs to cheat. Ask anyone.
貧しい家庭で育ったリン17歳。
Top of class and in each subject.
You can attend Exon for free.
Beautiful. I'm Grace.
すべてが変わったあの日から。
I'm just guessing money's pretty tight right now. $200 a test.
What if we made our own code from music? This is A. This is B.
I just need to get him into Columbia. I don't know how you're doing it, and I don't care.
The rich kids get great scores, we get paid.
Are you crazy? It's the most secure test in the world.
To beat a rigged game is to outmaneuver it.
Lin, here to go. This is what you do with the future.
少女がたどり着いた衝撃の結末を予測できるか。
To go after even if it isn't the best plan on paper. No matter what the rules say.
バッドジーニアス。
My name is Karina Ryan, and I play the wonderful and smart and brilliant Lin Kang. I was sent this project by my manager, and I remember the day, and then the next day I'm gonna film it. And it was like 2 a.m. at night, and I was reading the script of the movie, and it was so good, and just, it drew me in right away. And I was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? And it's so fast paced, and I was like, I literally could not stop reading it until like, I think 4 a.m. And then the next day I was like, damn, this is like my dream role. And then I, looked into how it was like an originally a Thai film, and kind of what they did there. And what drew me to it is everything. Absolutely everything. The character, the writing, the story, so many things that I feel like this movie holds. It just needs to be told. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I got involved and got my dream job. So basically that. I think growing up, there was a lot of pressure put on me at a young age. My dad always wanted me to get like above 97% in all of my tests. So that was since I was like, 5, because I grew up in China, and people there, like my grandparents, they're very just like, get the grades and do well in school for a good reason. So I kind of grew up with that. And then my dad kind of eased off, but then I still had that kind of in the back of my head, like boiling. And, especially because I wanted to kind of go into the arts and stuff. It was a tricky thing to tackle with my family because it wasn't that conventional route. So I relate with Lin about that because, she wants to do music. She wants to play the piano and go to Juilliard. Actually, Juilliard was one of my dream schools too, growing up. So, yeah. I feel like she has that burning motivation in her. And when she's determined, she can do anything. When she puts her mind down to it, she can do anything. And I feel like I really relate to that as well. You know what's funny? The first thing that came to mind was when I had to run that whole day in those Louboutin boots. Like, there was So she's running a lot. She's running away in a lot of the scenes, and obviously filming, we had like a whole day of me just wearing these beautiful boots. But I had to run take after take after take, which was so fun. But then I was like, oh, at some point I was like, wow, I'm unfit. So that was a challenge. It's important to tell because, I mean, there are so many reasons why. It's important to tell because I think the story shows that if you've been dealt a bad hand in life, there's still a chance for you. You know, the world isn't fair, the game isn't fair, and even when you think it has been designed for you to lose, there's always a way out, you know? And I feel like the story kind of shows all these young kids and their own fight, how far they will go to kind of prove these expectations and exceed these expectations. And when you put your head down to do something, what that will bring for you. Because I had looked up to him my whole career, you know, being another Asian in this industry, kind of trying to make it in a world that is not super in your favor yet, more so now than before. But, you know, I looked up to him my whole life. So finding that out, I was like in shambles, but so grateful and just so excited. And working with him now, like in the reality of everything, it still doesn't feel real because it's just been so wonderful. He's so giving and caring. I'm the last person on earth who needs to cheat. Ask anyone.
貧しい家庭で育ったリン17歳。
Top of class and in each subject.
You can attend Exon for free.
Beautiful.
I'm Grace.
すべてが変わったあの日から。
I'm just guessing money's pretty tight right now. $200 a test.
What if we made our own code from music? This is A. This is B.
I just need to get him into Columbia. I don't know how you're doing it, and I don't care.
The rich kids get great scores, we get paid.
Are you crazy? It's the most secure test in the world.
To beat a rigged game is to outmaneuver it.
Lin, here to go.
This is what you do with the future.
少女がたどり着いた衝撃の結末を予測できるか。
But to go after even if it isn't the best plan on paper. No matter what the rules say.
バッド・ジーニアス